Hey everyone, KeithBot here with a brand new variant guide in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. This time we'll be taking a look at the Scientist zombie. Let's get started by setting a baseline with the normal, fully upgraded Scientist. All Scientists have 100 health and move at similar speeds. The Scientist uses the Goo Blaster, which can fire 6 times at 1 blast per second, before needing to take a 2-second reload. Each glob of goo can deal 44 damage, but it will drop down over a distance. The first variant is the Astronaut. The Astronaut is the only Scientist with a fully automatic weapon called the Moon Rock Launcher, which can fire 18 times at 3 rocks per second before needing to take a 2-second reload. Each rock launched can deal up to 20 damage for a critical hit and 17 damage for a regular hit, but the damages will drop down over a distance at a slower rate than other variants. The Astronaut is ideal for those who want to play the Medic class, but don't want to have to get in close to help vanquish the plants. But be warned, you can easily do more damage with the other variants. The second variant is the Physicist. The Physicist uses his EMP Frazzle Launcher, which can fire 6 times at 1.5 times a second before needing to take a 2-second reload. Each Frazzle fired can deal up to 57 damage if your blaster is touching them, which is a very uncommon occurrence. Usually, you will see around 30 damage in close quarters. After a Frazzle makes contact, it will immediately shock any nearby plants, dealing 10 damage to them and an additional 5 damage to the plant that was directly hit. The Physicist is dangerous in crowds since his electrical element attacks packs quite a wallop, but if plants keep their distance and spread out, they can easily take you down. The third variant is Dr. Toxic. The Doc uses his Radiation Blaster, which can fire 6 times at 2 blasts a second before needing to take a 2-second reload. Each blast can deal up to 41 damage, but damages drop down over a distance quickly. When each blast makes contact, the plants will be poisoned, and will take 2 damage every second until 3 seconds after last being hit by a toxic-based attack. Dr. Toxic also has a poison aura, so if you get near plants, they will begin to take up to 5 damage every second, which can also stack on top of the poison effect from the attack we mentioned earlier. Dr. Toxic is also great to have around objectives to help deal out poison damage, but will struggle in long-range engagements. The fourth variant is the Marine Biologist. The Marine Biologist uses the Dolphin Blaster, which can fire 7 times at about 3 times a second before needing to take a fancy 2-second reload. Dolphin Blaster is a lot like a shotgun, with a long, narrow cone. Each fishy blast can deal up to 60 damage, but if you want to deal out big damage numbers, then you will need to get in close. The Marine Biologist is better suited to deal with plants one-on-one instead of dealing with them as a crowd. The fifth and final variant, until I do a DLC guide, which it's coming, trust me, is the Chemist, which can only be unlocked by reaching level 10 as the Scientist. The Chemist uses the Chemical Beaker Blaster, which can fire 12 times at 2 times a second before needing to take a 2-second reload. Each shot fired can deal up to 40 damage, but will deal no damage if the targets are out of range, which is not very far. The Chemical Beaker Blaster compensates for this by having a wide cone, so you don't need to be spot on when you're up close. The Chemist is awesome for teleporting up close to enemies and then taking them out quickly, but don't get caught out in the open because you're pretty much defenseless in long-range engagements. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below who's your favorite Scientist variant and why. Mine's the Marine Biologist, simply because I think the Dolphin Blaster is hilarious, and I like the noises it makes. Make sure to hit that subscribe button KeithBot's holding up so you don't miss out on any PvZ action.